Let's talk about attachment styles. First of all, attachment styles are subconscious programs about intimacy. How do you subconsciously react to becoming intimate with somebody? There are three main attachment styles. Number one, secure attachment style. The secure attachment style means that once you're intimate with somebody, you end up in a relationship where you feel safe, where you feel secure, and you probably end up in longer relationship. Of course, the relationship can still end, but it's not like you're constantly obsessing over the relationship. When things are good, you're enjoying your life, you're able to focus on your work, focus on your friends, you're not obsessing about the relationship, and you're not scared of intimacy. You actually feel comfortable being intimate with somebody that you want to be with. The second attachment style is the avoidant attachment style. This is a subconscious program that makes you fearful of commitment, that makes you fearful of actually being close to somebody. A lot of times the avoidant personality is somebody who's out there dating a ton of people and constantly telling everybody, I'm looking for the love of my life, I do want to get married, but I can't find the right person. So the avoidant type usually puts the blame on the other people, the people they're dating. But in reality, the blame is right there because they have a subconscious program that will sabotage any intimacy. In the beginning, when you start dating, they might be all over you and say, you're the most beautiful, I love you, whatever. Well, actually, it's hard for them to say I love you, but they probably will say, I really like you. Then, once you get really close with them, really intimate, all their attachment issues get triggered, and now they're going to look for something wrong with you. They're going to start backing up. They're going to say, actually, this is not the right time for me. Even though they just told you they were looking for marriage, now they're like, no, this is not a good time for me. No, I don't think we're going to be compatible. And they start to sabotage the relationship. The problem is that the avoidant usually stay in the relationship even though they're backing off. So they can keep you in limbo forever because the avoidant person, on some level, they want a relationship, and on the subconscious level, they don't. So this dance of going back and forth can really drive anybody crazy. The third style is the anxious attachment style. And that's when your subconscious programming is fearful of losing the person that you're intimate with. So the anxious and the avoidant are really opposites. Where the avoidant is fearful of getting too close, the anxious is fearful of not getting close enough. They just want to get closer and closer and closer, and it seems almost impossible to reassure them that this relationship is working and they have nothing to worry about. So the anxious person will have a hard time going to work and focus on work because they will obsess about the relationship. Oh, even though it was good this morning, maybe now it won't be good anymore. Maybe when I come back home, he'll be over me. Maybe he's cheating on me right now. Maybe things will not work out. They're constantly inventing problems. And the anxious and the avoidant attachment styles fit together perfectly because one has too much, one has too little. They create this dance. And this dance is something you don't want to get involved with. If you're currently in this dance of going back and forth with an anxious and an avoidant personality type dating each other, you know that this is extremely time consuming and it doesn't lead anywhere. Now, can you change your attachment style? Yes, people change it all the time. So even though it's a subconscious programming that often starts in your childhood, it's something that you can reprogram at any time. And it often changes simply by who you're dating. If you're an anxious personality, style currently and you start dating somebody who's secure, chances are that that person will soothe your anxiety and you might actually end up being secure with this person. On the other hand, if you were to date an avoidant person, that might exasperate your anxiety and you might become more and more and more anxious the longer you stay with the avoidant personality style. So, the takeaway from all this is to be very careful with what kind of attachment style you're dating, and to take a look at what are you currently doing in your intimate relationships, and are you acting from a secure place, from an anxious place, or from an avoidant place? And if the answer is from anxious or avoidant place, you can start to reprogram this. The one thing that you cannot do and can never do is reprogram somebody else, right? So I can't reprogram you, but you can reprogram you. And I can give you the tools to do it, but you can never be in a relationship with an avoidant person and convince yourself you're going to change them, because you will only lose your time and energy. And frankly, you'll often lose your sanity trying to do that. The avoidant person can change, but that has to come from them. And there's no way you're going to convince them. So let's focus on ourselves. If you're not currently a secure attachment style, then you can change that and become more secure. But you cannot, under any circumstances, waste your time trying to change somebody else.